Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your very first Annihilation event. This video is for those that are on newer servers, and sometimes the event rotations will not line up with the main server brackets for global. And even as you progress in the game, I think we've noticed on Facebook posts that a couple of times the events don't line up at all. I have no idea why the development team does that, but it is very frustrating for those that are trying to figure out what the heck's going on. This one is going to be for my Discord players, and of course those that are jumping into newer server brackets. And we're going to talk a little bit about the Annihilation event. So this will pop up probably within the first 7 to 8 days of your sort of new server bracket thing. You know what it's called? Don't really know what it's called. We're on Asia S130, if that helps anyone. But basically, you're going to get asked these questions. You're going to ask yourself, like, so is it worth pulling for? And, you know, what should I spend my currency on? And if you are a little bit of a spender, and I think we're getting there on this account, VIP 7 is around the corner. So, in my opinion, what you should focus on, and if you are a light spender or a whale, what you should purchase. Now, funnily enough, there is no God's blessing for the very first Annihilation event, which is actually quite frustrating. And it means that if you are intending to spend on this, you have to go through the flash sale. So if you will follow any of the rules of thumbs for flash sales, basically the dollar package is the best value package, and everything else kind of goes downhill from there. If you're going to look at it from the perspective of what you get if you choose to spend $154, probably less if you're in America or Europe or Asia, wherever you may be situated. But the reality is you get 80 of these tokens and some gold. That's really what you're buying, is 80 tokens and some gold, which probably translates into about 100 pulls because of the VIP system. And of course, if you are not aware, the higher you spend or the more you spend, you get additional pulls per 180 VIP transaction. So if you bought the top package, you get about 100 tokens, which isn't a terrible thing. It is what it is, right? I did buy a couple of these ones for gold. You need 9k gold to get 30. And that is probably not a terrible investment round one. We've done a couple. Also, make sure you go in and you collect your gameplay your event one, because you'll get a couple of those when you do 10 draws. So you actually get 5 back, which is fantastic for those that are thinking of light spending. So what I would recommend is probably, where is it? Daily recharge? No. This one. I mean, you could probably just get away with buying a couple of the daily packages, because ultimately none of these other ones really stand out as phenomenal value. Unfortunately, you're not getting any real bang for your buck, no pun intended, and that sucks because generally speaking, the God's blessing is where you get the best value if you are looking to spend. But I can see them removing that option because of content creators, i.e. PP, who tells everyone don't buy this rubbish, buy God's blessing. So they're trying to make some money off those that want to push forward early on. And is it actually worth pushing forward? Is that really the question that we want to ask ourselves? Now, I mean, you can save 60 tokens up in order to get your jackpot attempt. Now, let's be mindful that it may be another week or two before Annihilation appears again. So this could be an opportunity for you to spend some gold and save some tokens. But if you have an itchy finger, or if you spend a little bit of money and you can get to 60 flips, it is worthwhile doing it that way because you get a guaranteed reward. Now, the rewards aren't, shall I say, fantastic, but they are what they are. I mean, worst case scenario, you get some gold back or you get 5 shards. It is what it is, but that is like the pity system. Now, drop rates are abysmally low for powerful axes, a 0.1% chance. So the reality of you pulling one is pretty slim to none. We do have some lucky lucky ducks on this account though. Apparently some of them already pulled them, which is fantastic. But most likely you'll get a gold axe at 0.25% chance. And you're really just farming out the the silver axes and the powerful meteorite. You will get 2 guaranteed silver axes every 20 draws. So it is what it is, right? You do get like a semi-pity system, then a big pity system, and you kind of think, so what do I get? Now, sadly, this event does not have the item that I would recommend buying. This event is sort of one of those ones where if you do decide to pull, you can probably just save your resources, save your powerful meteorite, save your silver axes. I mean, if you get a gold axe or a powerful axe, I mean, you can spend it. Absolutely, go ahead, grab your imperishable scythe, grab a piece of gear if you really want to do that. Because the reality is, most players probably will do that anyway. They will do that without watching this video. They'll go ahead and grab their pieces. The problem is that they don't understand that the concept of a set bonus is why you get this. Now, if I manage to pull Powerful Axe, I will not be buying Imperishable. I will not be getting Imperishable no matter how amazing the power boost is. That's not going to happen. I'm going to convert that bad boy immediately and grab myself a mythic weapon. And of course, the game likes to play with us and not give us the mythic weapons. So I would be saving that that meteorite piece. I would be foregoing my scythe, and I would be getting the mythic weapon the minute this event drops next time and has it available. But for those that are curious, silver axes should be first spent on these. These are what are going to get you across the line. You're going to want to be building the base level of every single one of these weapons, and eventually you'll be swapping them out again, spoiler alert, for the mythic weapons once they release in the Annihilation event. So for me, the strategy will be to accumulate a couple of these selection chests. In fact, I'll just go and grab them now anyway. And basically just keep doing these events. I'm going to save my meteorite. I'm not going to go and get these selection chests. It's just not worth it in my opinion. I feel like early game, it is much better to be able to get a mythic weapon, and there's 2 of them, Zaya's Charm and of course the Whale Slayer Sword. Those 2 are going to set the game apart for you. Trust me when I say that. They are hands down better than getting 1 imperishable gear set. Now, if you have already got the imperishable gear set and you have already done that, you're committed, I hope you went with the scythe. I feel like everybody will do that, but, you know, some people don't do things like that. If you went with the scythe, your base damage will astronomically go up. You'll get a significant power boost. And of course, it is a fantastic day for you. Anyway, we're not going to steal the joy away from anyone, but the reality is you kind of want to get to the 2-piece set. And that's going to be very expensive if you are a spender. And of course, 4-piece set is sort of where everybody wants to land up, because you get your 2 times base damage and healing. And of course, you get some cool statistics if you run the set. Now, recommendation, if you do get a gold axe, I probably would convert that bad boy into silver axes and just see if you can finish off a legendary weapon. And the reason being is, I mean, for me, I'm running Shoe Nation. Blue Blade Sword is phenomenal on Shoe Nation. Silence is phenomenal on Warlord Nation. Heck, I feel like that's pretty much, if Silence is phenomenal in all nations. There are so many things that you could potentially get than just 1 piece of Vanquisher. It just doesn't seem like good value, and that's my opinion on it. And of course, for those that are curious, eventually you'll be able to get some of the other weapons in here. They will actually start to be unlocked a little bit later on, probably after this server's first arms race. And that way you can actually start to build towards that if you are a little bit shy of getting 100 of those selection chests. Now, that's my opinion. You can take it, you can leave it, you can do whatever you like. It's the first ever Annihilation event. Let's do our little 5 pulls, because we will be spending a little bit later on to get some, I guess, we're going to try and hunt down at least the Blue Blade Sword on this account. I feel like that's potentially going to be the best investment for the Shoe Nation. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the beasts. Now, Beast Realm, when this does appear on your account, if you are going to spend, I recommend buying the smallest pack, which is around $5. And it gets you one mechanical bird and enough to level it up to level 25. Spending 23 extra dollars just doesn't really seem that great of an investment because mechanical bird falls off pretty fast. Now, if you are going to spend a little bit extra money, if you are in that sort of dolphin-ish trying to be a whale territory, then this package is not a bad investment either. Just be mindful though that Fire Kitty is by far the only one I would recommend getting early game. Do not get any of the other three. Sorry, Lay, if you watch this. Yeah, I would have really recommended getting Fire Kitty because I know you went ahead and you purchased one of the bigger packs, or you maybe only patched the 45, but either way, Heaven's Dragon is not that great. Heaven's Dragon as early game is not fantastic. Now, of course, remember, we never promote spending on this channel, but if you are going to spend, I recommend God's Blessing being the option for you. Now, when you do unlock your beasts, make sure you level them up. You'll need to get to level 70 to unlock gear sets, which is fine. But while you're doing that, make sure, without a shadow of a doubt, make sure you are doing your beast realms. Because even as a free-to-play player, you're actually going to be able to get your monkey day one. And it's very important to get your ape day one. Let's have a go of the old Shoe Nation. For anyone that is curious why I'm running this, it's because I'm trying to push Story of Time, and they are so squishy, so I need to run these guys in a different way. But, of course, sadly, Shoe Nation is a disappointment. I mean, from all the hype that this nation gets as being the best one to play with, I don't see it. I really don't see it. And even as a, I mean, look, with VIP6, we spent a tiny bit of money on this game trying to get this Shoe Nation up there. We even got a 4-star, Guan Yu, you know, he's 4-star as well. I don't see it. I don't see it. Maybe I'm doing things wrong. I already know the formations. Don't worry about that. I already know how to buff these things. I'm just having fun as I am. But let's be honest, I don't see it. I still think Wei Nation is by far the best nation to play if you are looking for an easy clear. Warlord and Wu shine late game. And of course, Shoe Nation does as well. But I don't know. I don't know. What I do know, though, is make sure you are doing this every single day. Otherwise, you will miss out. So if anyone's curious about this, you can only attempt the boss and defeat them once a day. So if you miss a day of defeating your boss, then you are literally going to be a day behind. And why is that important? Because eventually you want to unlock Chapter 5 and then Chapter 10. And you see these little beast symbols down here? It's essentially for your beast raids. So you need to push as high as you can to unlock as many of those beast bosses or mini bosses so that you can get better gear when the beast raid drops. If you're thinking about spending some of your gear and your souls and all of that stuff, I think we can probably say that, what do we get? We should have got some beast souls, yeah? Where'd my beast souls go? Alright, let's just attack these guys. Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. It's because I haven't done my daily thing. Damn it. Alright, so we need to do our daily thing, get some beast souls. But we'll just talk about it real quick anyway. So every day, make sure you do your daily hunts. You do these things over here. It'll tell you to go there anyway. Why is this so slow? That's why, because the end way. So make sure you do this one. Grab your beast souls, and once you get your beast souls every single day, go into your shop and start to work on your mechanical bird first and your mechanical ox. Those are the two that you want to buy. These two, don't worry about the rest of them. Just grab those two every single day. And you can refresh it a couple of times for free before you have to spend some gold. But that is my recommendation if you are going to take the game a little bit seriously and plug along. All right. think that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, hit us up in the link in the description box below. There is a Discord for all of us players here on Asia S10. Jump in there, say hello, have a chat. See you in the comment section. And of course, maybe next event, it could be, I think we're going to get billionaire events next. We're going to get billionaire or transformation next. So if you want a video for that, let me know as well. But hopefully this is helping out some of our player base. See you all in the next one.